I've had like 5 trainers in my life, and all of my trainers are Hall of Fame caliber trainers. Like, it's not like, I ain't have a choice but to succeed. I was not willing to make a fool out of myself before I came to Louisville. When in 2000, when I came, I was still so serious about me being Mark Henry.
Right. And you were normal.
Right. I was a normal person until I fucking meet Rip and Jim Cornette, and then they fucking made me weird. And so I went from being a wholesome boy to not giving a damn and trying to make myself not. Nick Dinsmore and Rob Conway I worked with a lot, and nobody on this planet was willing to make more of a fool of themselves than Nick Dinsmore. He could do the babyface thing all day long, but whenever Nick wanted to fuck around and play and just do wrestling, it wasn't hardly nobody better than him.
No, he was great.
And I hate that he didn't make it at the level that other people made it, but it don't diminish the fact that in my time at OVW, if I was going to have to, they say, oh, you got to pick one guy. And you had Randy Orton down there, you had Batista down there, you had Brock and Shelton, you had CM Punk down there, you had all of these great people that came to wrestling. I still would put Nick Dinsmore ahead of everybody because Nick was teaching everybody. Yeah, and he was bumping for everybody. Like, his bump card had to be maxed out before he got to WWE, because I mean, we had all those. He had everybody 1-hour matches. Him and Rob Conway, they had everybody's matches. Everybody that graduated to the main class, they had to go wrestle Nick or Rob. And Rob was like, shit, man, I ain't bumping for them.
Yeah. I mean, not that my opinion means much, but I always say that about Nick. And plus, I saw the other side because I was in like the amateur class. And even when Nick came back, and he would wrestle all his students that had never had a match before, or I mean, he wrestled people with one leg, people that were deaf, people that had never been in the ring. And Nick could make anybody look like a star, man. He was just so good. I mean,
he had a match at practice one time with a broomstick.
I believe it. He was.
And put the damn broomstick over.
Yeah, but he used a couple shortcuts, you know.
Yeah,
he got cheap heat.
We do have a question about the big OVW class. Everybody talks about Cena, Orton, Batista, Shelton Benjamin, Brock Lesnar. Surely you're not probably going to say who was the best, but you got any comments on that class that people talk about? The longevity, I guess, just any of it.
Man, I told you I thought was the best. I thought Nick Dinsmore was the best in Ohio Valley.
Yeah.
I think potentially, I thought Robbie Dix would have been the best. He had no fear. He was one of the best athletes I ever saw in my life, and he loved wrestling.
Was that?
That's Slick Robbie Dix.
Slick Robbie Dix.
Okay, yeah.
And he died, didn't materialize, didn't make it. But as far as like what these guys became, I mean, you can't pick one. Like, I think Randy Orton and John Cena are probably the cream of the crop. Money wise and longevity wise.
Watch. I said, watch this next video that's coming up on your screen. Remember now, watch it.
That I can't get the shit closed.